Hello everyone, and thank you for joining my channel once again. I can't believe I've hit the 100 subscriber mark. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel, and if you haven't already, please consider doing so. I would appreciate it so much. It's a small milestone, but hey, I'll take it. So when it comes to a narcissistic relationship, it's so much different than your average relationship because you're being groomed to take and accept abuse slowly but surely. And you could be, on top of your game. You could be a manager of, or a supervisor of a huge corporation and have the best self-esteem anyone could ever have. But the way that narcissists use their charm and their, turn it on, turn it off, feed you little breadcrumbs of love bombing after the initial super love bomb phase, they will break the most confident person down to where you're relying on them constantly for acceptance, asking them, how high when they say to jump. And you end up turning into a shell of yourself. And when it's all said and done, you end up, you could end up being discarded by the narcissist before you wake up and get to do it to them. And that can be devastating. That was my situation. My ex-narc he had broke me down emotionally to the point where I was just numb. I was just really numb when towards the end of our marriage. And I was just kind of on autopilot in life, just kind of get up, go to work, come back, take care of the kids, do my due diligence when it comes to being a wife as much as I could at that point, because it was just a sad time to be me. But yeah, when I found out he was cheating, I woke up immediately, and he had actually introduced going ahead and let's get divorced. And you know what, I didn't even shed a tear when he brought that and put it on the table. I had said I wanted a divorce plenty of times in anger, but it seemed that he really had secured his next supply, and he was ready to jump ship because I was slowly waking up and asking him questions and holding him accountable. So I guess he thought, well, if I, make it seem serious that I want a divorce, maybe she'll come back to her senses and grovel and beg for me to stay. Nope. He, said he had visited a lawyer's office. He didn't file any paperwork or anything, but that he was looking to move in that direction. And I said, oh, okay. Where do I sign? How do we get this started? Like, I never divorced anyone, and I don't believe in divorce, but in some situations it's necessary. So yeah, I ended up selling my car, one of my cars, to get the down payment, or not down payment, but you have to pay a certain amount of money when you hire a lawyer. So I sold my car and got the process started. He did the talking as far as introducing divorce, and I put it to action. So I won't lie, it does cut like a knife. takes the wind out of you when you've been discarded by a narcissist. And you know, people that have never been in a narcissistic relationship or a relationship with a narcissist, they do not understand. Like, there's no need to talk or share issues that you're having with someone that hasn't been in your position. You can do that in some cases, but not when it comes to dealing with narcissists, because what you'll run into is, well, why didn't you just leave? Well, you know, everybody breaks up. What's so different about your situation? It's a lot different when it comes to dealing with a narcissistic person. So if you've been freshly out of a narcissistic relationship, I just want you to know that it's common to go back. From what's been reported, most victims of narcissistic abuse go back at least 7 times. I know I had my share of going back and forth with my ex before, I finally put my foot down and was like, well, let's do this. So, and let's do this permanently. So, just stay strong and know that as hard as it is when, whether you wake up and break that tie with the narcissist or they discard you, just know that this too shall pass. And the longer you go with no contact, without, looking at their Facebook page, because the longer you do this, each day that passes, celebrate, give yourself a pat on the back, go out and get a freaking latte or something, celebrate that, because it's super hard to break ties with a narcissistic person. I don't know what it is, but they put a psychological clamp on your behind, and it's extremely hard to break the ties and to shake that off. So, but it's not impossible. So I just wanted to put that out there. I know a lot of you have heard of the narcissist hoovering, and you're wondering, where's my Hoover? Why hasn't he called me? I was in that position too at one point in time, but take that as a good thing. You don't want these demons in your life at all. They do nothing but destroy, and destroy some more when you're, dealing with these people. I mean, just cut them loose if they haven't cut you loose first. Thank God for it and keep it pushing. And as hard as it is right now, if you're freshly in it, as far as removing yourself from them, like I said, celebrate each day that passes that you have had no contact with them, because in the end, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, was I put under a sleeping spell? Was I wearing rose-colored glasses? Like, what the heck happened? How did I, find myself dealing with this jerk? So I just wanted to share that and, encourage you all to just stay strong. And I will see you all in the next video.